I'm Biki, your English teacher. Today I want to teach you guys about the active voice and passive voice. What is active voice and what is passive voice? First of all, we need to understand the difference between the active voice and the passive voice. Actually, they are the same thing. If we are talking or writing a sentence into an active voice, it gives a meaning, and if we change this into passive voice, it will again or still give the same meaning. There is no difference between the meaning of a sentence written into active voice or written into passive voice. But to make a variety of the sentence or to change a little bit the viewers or the listeners, to make the sentences interested for them, we write the things into passive voice, because if we are writing down everything in active voice, in a paragraph, in an essay, or we are talking all the times into active voice, so the listener or the reader can get bored, because there is no activity and connectivity into active voice sentence. So that's why we are gonna change active voice into passive voice, because we want to make interesting the paragraph, the sentences, even written or spoken. Now what we do to change a sentence from active voice to passive voice? Well, what we do is to change the main verb from first or second or third to the third. All the times we use third form of the verb into the passive voice. One change, the other change, subject becomes object and object becomes subject if we change a sentence from active voice to passive voice. Into the passive voice sentence, all the times object becomes the subject of the sentence. Okay, let's go on the board. See it here. First one is present. He writes a letter. Now he writes a letter is the sentence of present indefinite. How can we change this into passive voice? Because this is active voice. A letter is written by him. Now see here, by him. This is a small last portion of a sentence. Sometimes we write by him, sometimes we don't. Why we don't? There are the things. If something is clearly known, so we don't write by him, by XYZ, by that, by it, etc. And sometimes we don't indicate someone because we want to keep him hidden. And sometimes we don't know. And sometimes it is clear. I will give you some examples here. For example, a thief stole my bag. Now we change this into the passive voice. My bag is theft. Now my bag is theft. If I write here by a thief, that's okay, but we know that who steals the bag or the stuff. This is the thief. The thief or the thieves are stealing the stuff, so it is clearly known. That's why we don't need to write here by a thief, because if we are saying that my bag is stolen, so by whom? By a thief. Okay, now one other example. Some boy broke a glass. Now we say that a glass is broken by this boy or by David or by some boy. So we don't like to indicate the boy because it's not good. A boy may get slapped. That's why. Now we can say here, the glass is broken. Now we can write here by the boy, or we just say because we want to keep the name of the boy secret, he may get in trouble. There is clear, there is in the trouble, and if there is not clearance, nothing is known, or there is no issue to get someone in trouble, then we need to tell that the first one is here. He writes a letter is written by him. Now, by him is necessary here because a letter is written. We need to know that by whom the letter is written. That's why a letter is written by me, a letter is written by him, a letter is written by you. So this is the clearance that we need sometimes to show that by whom the job is done. Sometimes we want to keep it in secret because he may get in trouble or he doesn't like to be shown, and somewhere it is already clear. That's why we don't need to write the last portion by him or the objective sentence part of the sentence. Now we go here on the past. First we need to go into the detail of the present a little bit more. Now he writes a letter. We change the same sentence into continuous. He is writing a letter. He is writing a letter. How can we change this? The letter is being written by him. If there is continuous, so we put being. Again, the third form of the main verb, and the object becomes the subject of the sentence. A letter is being written by him, the same thing. A letter is being. Just we put being it here, being written by him. Okay, that's okay. Now if we write the same sentence into past participle or the perfect tense, how? He writes a letter. Now first we change this sentence into the perfect. Have like, he has written a letter. This is the present perfect. He has written a letter. Now a letter has been written by him. This is the passive voice form of present perfect tense. A letter has written by him. He has written a letter. This is the active voice. A letter has been written by him, has been. We put been to change the sentence into passive voice. Okay, we are pretty done with the present. Now we go and discuss the past into passive voice. Okay, he wrote a letter, the same sentence. He wrote a letter. We can change this as well, that he read the book, he washed the clothes, he pressed the suit, any kind of a sentence. Okay, as we put the same sentence it here, he wrote a letter. Now a letter was written by him. Again, if we say that my bag, the thief stole my bag. So we can say again, if we change into passive voice, so by thief is not necessary because we know the stealing is the job of the thieves. That's why. The same formula, we can hide the secrecy. We are known about some action that this action could be done by someone. The someone is known, like stealing is the job of thief, writing is the job of pen, or so on. And somewhere we just hide because we have to keep secrecy of someone. Someone may get in trouble if we're opening the actions that this action has been done by someone else. Okay, a letter was written by him. This is past simple passive voice. Now we change the same sentence into the simple sentence into continuous. He was writing a letter. Now a letter was being written by him. As I told you that object becomes the subject, and either its first form or second form in the passive voice, it changes into third form of the verb. We always use third form of the verb in the passive voice sentence. So he wrote a letter. Now he was writing a letter. Now we change into passive voice. A letter was being written by him. Written by him. Now we change the same sentence into past participle or into perfect. He had written a letter. Now we change, he had written a letter. We change, first we write here, he had written a letter. Now this is active voice. We change the same sentence into passive voice. A letter had been written by him. Had been. Just put been here, third form of the verb, the same thing. A letter had been written by him. A letter was being written by him. These are the changes of passive voice into past. Now we go to the future. He will write a letter. He will write a letter. Now we change into passive voice as I change here. A letter will be written by him. Passive voice. See here, will be. Written, third form of the verb. Now letter is object it here and he is subject. He becomes into object, objective pronoun him, and letter is the object already of the sentence. It becomes the subject. Subject. So a letter will be written by him. Now we change the same sentence into continuous. He will be writing a letter. See here, he will be writing a letter. Now, he will be writing a letter. The same formula, just a minor changes for continuous sentence. A letter will be being written by him. A letter will be writing. He will be writing a letter. A letter will be written. Will be being written by him. This is the continuous shape. Now, it's past participle. He will have written a letter. This is past participle or future perfect tense. Now we change the future perfect tense into passive voice. This is active voice. A letter will have been written by him. A letter will have been written by him. This is the future perfect tense. Okay? Some things are necessary. Object becomes the subject and the subject becomes the object. When we change active voice into passive voice, we always use third form of the main verb or past participle in the passive voice sentence. And if there is continuous, we use being, continuous passive voice. This is the whole thing. And why do we need to change active voice into passive voice? Because if we write everything in active voice sentence, the listener or the reader may get bored. And we increase the variety, the importance of the topic, the paragraph, or the things we are saying. So to improve the variety of the sentence, we need to change into passive voice. Thank you very much.